Hello and welcome. It is 10 o'clock. It is the 28th day of January 2021. It is cold and gloomy, but so far the superstorm that we were supposed to get hasn't shown up yet. Maybe later today. There is some other people getting some weather. Speaking of whether or not you want to keep listening to me, I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OGGM, with some Diablo 2 news. What? Diablo 2, not Diablo 4 news? No, this is addressing the holy grail of gaming rumors. A rumor that is over 20 years old and keeps resurfacing, that Blizird is going to remaster, resurrect, quite possibly their single most successful game ever, say what you will about Warcraft, and definitely the most influential ARPG, loot and kill, roguelike game in the history of gaming, Diablo 2. The original, the greatest. Stay a while and listen, I am Deckard Cain. Diablo 2, not Diablo 1, not the Diablo 3. We're talking about the greatest of all time, the champ, the big D, Diablo 2. There has been some rumors circulating over the past week that we could see the long anticipated remake, resurrect, updated using the latest technology, whatever the latest technology is today, because we know that will change tomorrow, of Diablo 2. So what we know so far is that the powers that be who are in charge of the Diablo franchise definitely want this to happen. The fan base wants this to happen. The technology is available. The time frame line is available. It is highly more likely we will see a Diablo 2 remake, or at least an announcement of Diablo 2 remake by Blizcon 2021, which will of course most likely be digital, than we will ever see anything going on with Diablo 4. Because let's face it, are we really going to see a Diablo 4 or Diablo Immortal? So, the possibility of a Diablo 2 remastered resurrection announcement this year, highly more likely than any new news of Diablo 4. They could put Diablo 2 remastered in the can and get it out there while still working on Diablo 4. They already have the code for Diablo 2. They have the technology. They have the scans. They have everything they need to do to revisit Diablo 2. So what is standing against them? Activision, the company who owns Blizzard, obviously has very cold feet because Warcraft 3 didn't do as well. Diablo 3 didn't do as well as expected. Obviously also COVID and money and shipping and everything else that goes into that happening could be what stands in the way. But we do know the team is in place. We do know that the development team exists. We do know that there is a thriving map-making, modding community out there. But we also know that, as of 2020, Warcraft 3 Reforged is not doing well. It's currently sits amongst the worst user-rated games right now. So that is obviously what's worded against them. They would have to pull people off of other games to get to the development of Diablo 2, but they're testing what it would take to make Diablo 2 happen. So there's things in this favor, there's things out of this favor. There's already things that you could compete with the Diablo 2 market, but I think if they announced it, BlizzCon is in February. If they announced it, it would sell like hotcakes. So, as of today, as of 10 o'clock, the 28th of January, the rumor mill is we could see an announcement in February for Diablo 2 Remastered, Resurrected. All the positives exist. The technology exists. The fan base exists. The programming exists. The manpower exists. They've already got so much stuff that they could use that the amount of time it would take to make a Diablo 2 is, if X is the amount of time it would take to make a Diablo 2 remaster remake, and Y is the amount of time and manpower it would take them to actually get, Diablo 4 out, or at least an announcement out by Blzcon of when we're going to see it. It would actually take less time, less energy to make that announcement and say, yes, Diablo 2 is coming out by X date, as opposed to saying, well, Diablo 4 might be coming out by Y date. So everything is there. But obviously COVID is working against it. Shipping, receiving, funding is working against it. And Activision is very hesitant to say, yes, we want to invest in this, because the last thing we invested in, wow, that really just exploded in our face. And plus, we've been promising people other games for a long time that we haven't made, like StarCraft 2. And we haven't done that. And games that we thought were going to do really, really well are now, tanking. So, in Warcraft, what the hell's going on with Warcraft? We don't know. So that definitely, the main thing that works against him is Activision just going, yes, we have the faith that if we say go, this can be made by X amount of time, and we will make X amount of money. But I think we all know that if a Diablo 2 came out using today's technology, the fan base, old nostalgic players like myself and new players, who are like just want to play a new game with the name Diablo, and in the middle players who are like, Diablo 3 fucking sucks, man. I can't believe I've done this 17 times and it hasn't gotten any better. What are they on now? Season 21? It's like, it hasn't gotten any better. Would be like, yes, please, Diablo 2. I think we would pay hand over. I'd pay $50. I'd pay $100 for a Diablo 2 remaster. No question. So, and I think most people out there agree with me. Like, yeah, I would pay, because it's the greatest ever. So that's it. So if you want it, if you've been hearing the snippets going around, snip, 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 Diablo 2, Diablo 2, Diablo 2, going around, then that is what we know. But of course, this rumor has been circulating for 20 some odd years that we would see a Diablo 2 remaster, remake. So, there was supposed to be one under the Unity engine. There was supposed to be one under the Macintosh engine, blah, 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 blah. There was supposed to be one under the Unreal engine. There's supposed to be one using the Minecraft engine. I would love to see a pixel Minecraft Diablo 2. That'd be hilarious. I am Diablo, and I'm made out of squares. Yeah, so obviously a lot of you are probably going to take this with a grain of salt, because, yeah, I've heard this before at OGGM. They said this like a couple years ago. But that's what I know, and I know it's been going around, so let's address it. Diablo 2, an announcement at Blizcon in February. Everything exists to make it happen, except, of course, the actual wherewithal to make it happen. If you appreciate this content and want to hear more, hit that notification button. Apparently it's a thing. Subscribe if you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet. Help me hit 500 subs by August 4th. I'm your boy, the OGGM. Let's go kill Baal and Diablo. Yes, Diablo 2, Diablo 2, Diablo 2.